Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray, and today we're going to be playing some more Elden Ring. No, not some more Elden Ring. We're starting Elden Ring. How can I get so ahead of myself? I'm so used to just habitually playing Dark Souls 3 for the channel that I'm just now realizing the fact that we're just now starting Elden Ring. I've been hyping this up so much. Like, I played Dark Souls 3 to prepare myself for Elden Ring, and also to kind of finally close off that chapter in my mind of Dark Souls 3, because I felt very bad the first time I played the game because I didn't beat Nameless King and didn't do the DLC, and I felt like there was stuff left to be done. So now I've finally been able to get past that, and now I can move on to bigger and better things. Not better things. I mean, just more. Just breach the. I don't know. Kind of change my perspective and expand the scale. You know, because Dark Souls 3 was just the beginning. I need to actually just do some research real quick. I think Bandit is one of the better classes. Because they have attributes already assigned to them. If melee focused, Samurai has the best starting stats. Okay. Just glad to know that. Yup. Much appreciated. A or B? Okay. What's the difference? It's so minuscule. Age. Doing a mature samurai. Keepsake. What about this stuff, chat? Welcome to chat, Earth Tramp. What do you think for this stuff? Golden Seed seems to be the best option in my opinion. Well, increases maximum HP. Yep, once again, everyone's recommending the Golden Seed, so I don't really care about the super detailed. Let's do a little light work here. And never mind, I'm gonna be suited up the whole time. I really could care less. That's not really the most important thing to me as far as playing this game goes. You rarely really see your character that often anyways, so he already had long hair, and I'm like, that's, you know, I have long hair in real life, and so does Dad, so we tend to make characters with long hair just to make them, you know, slightly more relatable. You can put yourself in that character's shoes.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
Just kind of trying to take all of this in.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal
So,
is
the queen is
nowhere
missing.
to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwin
Knight of the Black
Golden
Knives, Godwin
was first
the Golden.
to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad
I love the
taint
passive
of their
storytelling in this
newfound
series. It
strength
makes you like only have to
triggered
really
the Shattering.
spend. You really only have to be involved in the lore if you want to be. You could play this game solely on, you know,
From
gameplay
which
alone.
no Lord arose.
Is that Millennia?
A war
I think I have seen her.
leading to abandonment.
People talk about how
by the
difficult that boss
greater
fight is.
will.
I don't know. After beating Nameless King and some of the other bosses in Dark
Rise
Souls 3, I
now,
feel like I can accomplish
Ye
anything.
tarnished, ye
And
dead,
I know people
yet
who are way
live.
more casual than me as far as
The call of
these type of
long
games
lost
go
grace
that beat this game
speaks to us all.
with relative ease. Then again, I'm also the type of player who does not allow themselves to really use magic because I don't know. I just
Chieftain
don't
of the
play this
Badlands.
for that type of thing. I guess maybe
The
when I've
ever
like
brilliant
played everything,
gold mask,
like played all the different Souls
Fear.
games,
the deathbed companion,
ad nauseum.
the loathsome,
The loathsome dung eater.
and Sir Gideon Othniel.
I love
The
how hyped up
all-knowing.
like really just showing you all the big bads.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of
Let's
no
go.
renown. Cross the fog
To the lands
to
between.
the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring
It has really good writing.
and become
Didn't George R.R. Martin
the Elden
put
Lord.
his time towards this? Wasn't that like the big sell when it came out? Let me double check. Elden Ring. Yeah. He wrote the backstory for the game, nothing more, in an interview. He wrote, I am Melania, Blade of Michaela, and I have never known defeat. That's cool. Even if he just worked to help create some of the creative decisions for the storyline, that still is pretty big. I need to remember that now that there's jump, the activation button is always going to be Y. I also have to change my grip because I don't have to sprint with B. Or I don't have to jump with B. Or it was like B and right stick. It had like the most unconventional control scheme ever. I mean, I may use claw a little bit and play that way for some of it, but I don't feel like it's gonna be like an overwhelming majority of the game like Dark Souls 3. Like I literally just kind of play with a claw control scheme for 1 and 3. It also just makes it easier to control your camera when running. I don't really need any of this shit. I don't really think I need to do any of these messages. I'm just ready to get into things, because I have casually started this game once or twice. It was like right when it came out, but like I said, I almost had this lingering feeling that I had unfinished business in Dark Souls 3. This is the boss that I don't think you can defeat the Resident Scion. I mean, I'll try. You don't have any heals. Okay. Am I missing something? Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot about this part. In all honesty, I completely forgot about this part. Torrent. Such a lovely fellow.
Worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
The Golden Order. Sounds pretty mysterious and cool when you say it that way. Is this where they just dump all the bodies? That tends to be like this place that you start in a Dark Souls, or even like I think Bloodborne starts off with you being in like coming out of like a tomb of some sort. I mean, because that's kind of like the ever-present theme throughout the FromSoft games, is you always start from like nothing. They want you to feel like you've started from nothing, and you know, you make your way, and you really this is the tutorial, right? This is the very brief tutorial, which I can appreciate. I'm just so glad that they don't like smack you in the face with a really, really lengthy tutorial in these games. They really just let you figure it out for yourself. Just kind of going through casually, not stressing myself out about any of this shit, really, because we're just running through here and getting whatever XP or souls or whatever we can from these enemies. They're not too threatening. How did it say? I probably shouldn't have skipped that. How did it say I dual wield? I should not have skipped that thing. I'm gonna go back in stream and look at it real quick. It's funny that I was just kind of skipping through that shit, and of course I skipped one of them that I needed, because they change it from Dark Souls 3. So I killed that enemy, and then I came into the room we're in now. I'm literally going back in stream just to see. Yeah, this one, wielding armaments. Y and LB and RB. Makes sense. Is it just one of them? Okay. It's Y and either bumper. Alright, because that's the only thing that I'm really going to have to adjust to, is the changes in controls from Dark Souls 3 to this, but they really, in gameplay, do control very, very similarly, and the engine is just a refined Dark Souls 3 engine at the end of the day. Can you still do the kick? Like where you press... It's just your weapon art. I already know how to do a backstab, but they have to assume that whoever's playing this doesn't know. Hold RT for a charge attack. Okay, that's understandable. That or the jump attack. That's gonna stun them. I don't think I really thought about that the first time. That is fucking pitiful. I know this is the tutorial area, but I don't think I killed him in that few amount of swings the first time. Like, wow, that was funny. I seriously was not expecting that. I don't know why, but part of me remembered that being at least a little bit more lengthy. Yep, this is just, it's pretty much very self-referential. Like, the Cave of Knowledge is pretty much just saying, hey, this is where you learn how to play the game. Alright. And then that gets opened up with some sort of unlockable key item. Like, I think we have to have, like, some sort of thing. Yeah, you can start with that. I think that stone sword key is something that you can decide to start with, but I don't think it's really worth rocking with, really. The golden seed is just a better starting item. It's crazy that I didn't know about that stance break thing. Limgrave. Alright. And, unlike, not gonna name any names, not gonna throw any shade, but unlike some streamers I've seen who have wasted a ridiculous amount of time over at Sir Dickington, the Tree Sentinel, I'm not gonna waste an absurd amount of time doing that, because that's not even something that you really need to do. And I know that, you guys know that, so we're gonna move forward. You are maidenless. Talking all the shit, but unfortunately, you are maidenless. So now, let me look at the map. Alright. You just need to run past the Tree Sentinel, and I think it's Stormvale is the next area. Like I said, this is the first serious playthrough for a reason, because I have started this game once or twice and not really done anything. So as far as like actually like trying to put some time in and really accomplish things, that's the intention of this playthrough. And I played Dark Souls 3 just to be able to get up to snuff, per se, to be able to really keep up with you know, with these bosses and these enemies, because this game, you know, it takes everything awesome about Dark Souls 3 and it adds more, and it expands it into an open world experience. Instead of it being too much of a good thing, it's just even more of an awesome thing. Like, I mean, even more of the exact thing that you're asking for and the thing you want, you know? And that's always just, that's so reassuring at the end of the day, is when, you know, a company makes more of what you were wanting instead of trying to change it up because they feel like they can do better, you know? They changed up the only things that people really bitched about in this game, and that's the camera is improved, and there's a dedicated jump button. You have a mount, which is something that I think that is just something they just never really thought was gonna be, you know, associated with the series, or something that I never really even thought about putting into this kind of world. So they made all of the right changes, added all of the right things, and there's just no reason for it to be bad. Oh, I forgot that we don't have torrent yet. Hey, buddy. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'd love to have some of those Dark Souls or, you know, Souls-like enthusiasts in chat. I think this is one of those places that I don't have to go to right away, but I can. It's like the weird fire statue cat guy. Yeah, these guys. I need to actually have my shield out for this section. Just because they throw those darts and shit. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. I'm finally getting around to Elden Ring and taking it seriously, instead of just fucking around, for lack of better terms. I mean, for the longest, I just kind of casually played this game, and I didn't really feel like I had, like, the best, and, like, I don't feel like I had the most amount of time for it, you know? I don't feel like I really gave it the best shot or best chance to shine. So I almost, because of that, just avoided it on purpose because I didn't want to have a bad perception because I wasn't ready for the game. If that makes sense, like if I didn't have the time or wasn't really ready for it, then I would take that out on the game. Because I've done that. There have been games that I don't like because I didn't need that experience at that point in my life. So you can't take that out on the game. If I didn't want a vast open world experience at the time, then sometimes you just need things to be a little bit more linear, a little bit more episodic or streamlined, That's the other thing I've heard, is I've heard nothing but good things about the improvement with Fire. Fire, I don't know if, how many Souls games you guys have played or how new you are to this, the Soulsborne genre, but at least in Dark Souls 1 and 3, Fire is such a problem. Like, I'm not trying to bitch or complain, but personally, I think it hit scans, and it's like, the game will get away with the most ridiculous hits with the Fire. Like, shit that I think there's, like, no reason that it even should connect. And it's like, yeah, I know you just dodged this whole wave of fire, but, screw you. You suck. I don't even think the item in here is important. Well, I'm just gonna deal with them one at a time. I saved my arrows earlier, so it's not like Oh my gosh, there are so many more of these little gremlins than I thought. First death. At least we got it out of the way early. You know what I mean? Like, this could have been I could have been like super far into it, have beaten multiple bosses without dying, because I do surprising things like that sometimes. I mean, I did really good about not spending a shit ton of extra time on bosses in Dark Souls 3. I feel like I optimized that playthrough pretty well. It only ended up taking me, it was like 60 hours with idle time, so I don't know how long that would be. I'm sure you could go through and add up every single video and see how long the game actually took me, because I know that a lot of that is just me accidentally leaving the game on in Firelink after I got done with a video or something. I know there's at least 10 hours of idle time there. So, given that, I feel like I did pretty good with, about 50 hours worth of time to beat Dark Souls 3 in its entirety, DLC and all. All optional bosses besides the old, I think it's the old fire demon, which I forgot existed. That boss fight was so unmemorable that I forgot it existed, that I had to go and, I forgot that I even had to break the bridge and fall down into Smoldering Lake. I completely forgot that was even part of the game, which is kind of insane, because it is one of the cooler optional areas, but I just forget it exists. Not a good reputation to have in my opinion. And if I were to rank, right, I'm trying to think, my least favorite boss in Dark Souls 3 is probably the Ancient Wyvern, because it is completely devoid of satisfaction. In my opinion, I think that boss is just bad. This was a cool boss to watch Dad fight, because Dad has limited experience in Elden Ring. He played up to Godric, I think. That was as far as he got. He did a good job. But it was really fun to watch him, you know, kind of put this fight together, because that's the only time I've really watched him play a Souls-like game. I forgot about that attack. I'll look at chat in a second. I did see we have a new person. Shit. I was planning on doing a new run without using overpowered bleed build, and also prepare a save for DLC. Yeah, sounds like some good prep work to do. Makes sense to me. I'm really just super excited to the fact that this game has or is gonna have DLC. You know, I guess I didn't really think about it. I didn't think that they were gonna release it. But then again, Dark Souls 3 had DLC and it was fantastic. Though I think I don't know. I feel like the first DLC is kind of better than the second one. I know that that's not a popular opinion, but like I thought Ring City was just kind of okay. Like, I don't know. It didn't really feel like it felt as climactic as the rest of the game to me. Or even the first DLC. That was bound to happen. I got sloppy. I like this boss fight. Aesthetically, gameplay-wise, it's kind of easy. I'm not gonna lie. It ranges on the easier side as far as I'm concerned. But this really is an early optional area. I don't feel like you even have to come. I guess you have to get a couple things here, so it would be mandatory. But it's just pretty simple. It's a good boss to kind of get people who aren't familiar with what these kind of games, what you should expect from them. Like, if you're new to a Souls-like, Elden Ring is probably your best bet to start. I'm still reacting to like the super aggressive bosses that are at the end of the Dark Souls 3 late game. I forgot about that attack completely. I hadn't covered the right amount of distance. I love how they changed their attack pattern based off of how aggressive you're getting and how you're playing. It makes it feel like so much more of a real battle. Good shit. That was fun. That was just, it was very simple, not difficult, but fun. I love this. Thank you, Fromsoftware. Thank you. This shit, I don't want to have to backtrack and walk through the whole dungeon again. You know what I mean? Like, that's not my favorite deal. I ultimately want to to feel satisfied, but not feel like I have to, you know, like I want to be able to walk through the area and enjoy the scenery and everything, and I should be able to walk through it, you know, if I want to, but it shouldn't be that I feel like I begrudgingly have to backtrack through the whole thing now just to go kind of figure out where to go. Like, that can just be annoying sometimes when you lose that momentum, because now you just have to go search around to see where the next place to be is. But welcome to chat, SK. It's always nice to see new faces. Or, you know, new people, I guess, in general. I don't remember how or where you level up. I think I have to do more before I even can talk to that chick, where she like she comes into the story. So I should probably just buy things from this guy with my souls. Or whatever they're called in this game. This seems like a worthy investment to me.
Goodbye.
Just quickly rest at this site of grace, aka bonfire. It's pretty much the same thing. God, that is just gorgeous. I love that. As a person who really enjoys nature, this game is it's a breath of fresh air. And because it's very bleak, dark, and depressing in the Dark Souls world, so to have a game that's beautiful, lush, lived in, it just has so much character to it. Man, I'm such a fan of the world and the color. It's so much more, I don't know, it's so much more happy in a way. Like I said, it's so bleak and depressing, and especially when you see how deranged a lot of the denizens in the Dark Souls world are. Like, not that these guys aren't undead or tarnished or, you know, however they're described in this game, but like they ultimately, it doesn't feel quite as somber or depressing. I love the world of Elden Ring. I feel like they did such a good job fleshing it out. Ooh, I dodged into his attack on accident. Just the small addition of a jump makes it so much more versatile. The combat system in Elden Ring is fantastic. It takes everything that I loved from the Dark Souls 3 combat system and everything that Dark Souls 3 had improved on the Dark Souls 1 system, and just takes it to a whole nother level. He didn't complete the animation, but it sure counted like he did. Got the whole damn village on me now. Well guys, I'm gonna take this map, and I'm gonna... guess we're gonna take this army on real quick, one by one. I missed. I accidentally... I need... where is that system? I think that's the correct setting, where it just keeps prioritizing targets for me. I don't want that to go. There we go. This samurai class is badass. I just played Dark Souls 3. Elden Ring is more fun. Man, I played through all of Dark Souls 3, and I will have unbiased first impressions, man, because this is my first serious playthrough. I just played through Dark Souls 3 and it's in its entirety as well to build up to this, to almost get my soul's blood flowing a little bit more, at least in like the patience that goes into it, the type of play style that I kind of maintain throughout these type of games, the Soulsborne or Souls-like games. You know, it mainly just acts as a way for me to kind of test my mettle, and you know, once I beat Nameless King, I definitely realized that I was capable of accomplishing the feat of becoming an Elden Lord, and I became a lot less worried about beating this, because I do want to beat it in a good amount of time, because I want it to be, you know, in timely fashion with the DLC coming out, because I want it to be relevant, topical. But I do feel like this combat system is fun. On a purely gameplay point of view and perspective, it is. I can totally agree with you. It's also more accessible. That's why I'll say, as much as I love Dark Souls 1, it's just so inaccessible, as well as Dark Souls 1 and 2, in my opinion, are just not things that I personally enjoy that much. I love the... Oh, I should be dead by all means. I love Dark Souls 1, but there are some clunkinesses and some things that are particular and specific to the Dark Souls 1 combat engine that I don't really love, especially after playing a improved version of that over time. It becomes, you know, harder and harder. All kinds of new people. Super Gamer 28, Red Wolf Scar, Elden Ring is better in my opinion. I agree. My friend is forcing me to play Dark Souls 3, and I have never been more angry. I don't know. Dark Souls 3 has some of the most satisfying boss fights that I've ever played. Beating Nameless King for the first time is definitely one of them. Sister Frida, so awesome. Just the satisfying feeling of beating one of the first, if not the first, don't quote me on it, but 3-phase fight in a Fromsoftware game. That was just so satisfying. One of the best feelings ever, in my opinion. That's what I come to this type of game for. The you know, learning the enemy's pattern and being able to dictate their behavior, but also influence their behavior sometimes. Like sometimes you will script the boss. Like one of the hardest boss fights I think I've ever done is Dark Eater Midir. Man, that fight, nobody talks about how difficult that fight is. You literally have to script his fights in a way that you can essentially get the same fight every time, especially because he has one hit fire attacks, shit that's super difficult. So like, you know, a lot of unavoidable attacks, but also having the difficulty that Nameless King provides with the camera control that you have to maintain to be able to do it. Nameless King takes so much camera control, locking on and unlocking at the right points in time. It's very input intensive. Super Gamer says, I haven't beaten it yet, but some level design is spamming enemies. I agree, sometimes you just have to learn how to run past them in the right way. I've played all Dark Souls-like games, and I have to say Elden Ring and Wolong is the best. I've heard good things about Wolong. I've played, recently I've played a little bit of Rise of the Ronin. Fantastic, dude. Rise of the Ronin is just mwah. I mean, I literally played one level for my father-in-law, and it was just so fantastic, man. I loved it.
Have you heard of the finger maiden?
And I hate it that you have to run every boss 5 minutes after you die. I don't feel it. It's only a couple bosses. There's a good bit of bosses in Dark Souls 3 that just they are pretty good about having the bonfires nearby. But I agree, there are a couple where you just have like one in specific that comes to mind is Abyss Watchers. Abyss Watchers, you literally have to run along that right side where you run past the 2 Dark Knights or whatever, past all the other enemies, into the boss fog. Or if you don't know about some of the optional shortcuts, it makes it even worse because there are certain areas like there's a couple areas that come to mind, like shit. What's the area that
I bequeath to you the spring.
Lorien and Lothric? What's the area there? Lothric Castle? Where are they located? What's that area? That's just the High Wall Lothric, or just like Lothric Castle? Yeah, but that's that run. I remember I used to run all the way up the stairs past all the enemies to get through that, and it was just it was wild to me that I didn't realize that, you know, there was a bonfire off to the side, and luckily chat had let me know that existed, because I just kept, you know, running up the stairs past all these enemies, and I was just so annoyed and kind of frustrated by the time that I actually got through it. Like, you know, so it's just funny to know that that would have been a lot less painful had I known. I had a little bit of souls. Okay. First things first, I'm doing a strength dex build. So I need to get my strength up to match my dex. Flasks. Yes, use the golden seed. That'll totally help. Ashes of War. Do I have any that make sense? No. I'm not going to use Storm Stomp. That's not going to help me. There's going to be the guy who drops down. It's like a Titan from Attack on Titan. Have not watched much of Attack on Titan. Do respect what it's done for anime and just for the culture in general. So, you know, shout out to them. Even though I haven't, you know, haven't watched it in its entirety, a lot of my friends really loved Attack on Titan, and I can totally respect, like I said, what it's done for the culture and anime in general. Here, let me get to a safe spot and I will check chat. I see some tips and helpful advice. What boss are you guys talking about? I always, okay, Red Wolf Scar, I tell this to most Elden Ring streamers, but if you need help, I'm level 200. I never really want direct summon help unless I'm like just having the worst day and I really just need to get a little bit of progress and have that satisfaction. I will always appreciate the help in the comments or any sort of tips, advice. If you know, like I said, if there's a site of grace, say for example, that I'm missing out on that's close to the boss, that's gonna make it so I don't have as bad of a time, or if I'm in an area that I'm over level or under leveled for, I'm always gonna, you know, appreciate that help. I'm very humble and I'm very happy to be able to receive that kind of information and improve on my gameplay and everything, because chat has helped me so much even through my Dark Souls 3 journey, that I just look forward to all the advice and, you know, help that I'll be able to get from you guys in the future, because we've really started such a helpful community here. Like, ultimately we don't have people who are, you know, who are just hateful and get good and that kind of shit. Like, I feel like people really are understanding and helpful. And there was someone who commented it the other day that, you know, the people who are tuning into my streams and tuning into Dad's streams, or you know, watching our content, they really are, you know, being helpful and not contributing to that toxic culture that the internet can sometimes become, because communities don't hold each other accountable. Whereas around here, when people start getting shitty or disrespectful, other people in chat call them on it. It's not like people aren't held accountable, and that's what I appreciate, and that's what it deters people from doing that kind of shit in the future. Like, we had someone the other day who was just being borderline disrespectful to people in chat and to Dad, and I was not going to stand for that shit. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Dad is, just as much a contributor to this channel as I am. I mean, like, we're both making stuff for the Vid-Bits, so you can't be cool with what I'm doing and not cool with what Dad's doing. Like, we're both putting so much, our blood, sweat, tears, and all of our extra time into the channel to try to make a safe space, a fun place to be, something that you want to help contribute towards. You know what I mean? And I feel like over the past 2 years, we've done a really good job doing it. So I'm just, I guess I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the existing community, as well as anyone who's just now joining the community and helping maintain that positive image, because I'm sure you can think of certain content creators that when someone says, hey, I'm a fan of this person, you almost are like, ugh, you're a fan of that guy? You actually are a part of that community with those people? You know what I mean? Like, I can totally think of examples, not gonna throw any sort of shade or anything, but I can think of examples when someone's like, I'm a fan of so-and-so, I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know what I need to know about you because you're a fan of that person, and that person's not great. And it's like, and a lot of times that's just because the community around that person is not cool. Like, and I never want it to be that our community becomes a toxic place. That's enough of that light rant. Alright. I just need to be patient and not die to some stupid generic enemies because I'm passionate about a given subject. Not that I really care. But I really do appreciate everyone, both new and old, who's stopped in throughout this chat, throughout this stream. We stream every day. We're constantly working on new content. We've got multiple series running, and we intend to, when we start stuff, we really finish it, as long as it's not like the community is completely disinterested. So as long as you guys, are vocal about your interest in the series that we're running, we're going to keep things going, and we're just glad that you guys consistently give us your input on the content we make, because we always want to evolve and change that, both as what we want to do changes and as what you guys watch as that changes. So, thank you guys for being so supportive of our passion, our dream, because, ultimately we've been talking about this, the channel and everything for like 7 years, and we're finally at the point where, after 2 years of putting work into it, it's coming to fruition and becoming the place we really always wanted it to be. And like I've said in the past, like, our channel is the channel that I always wanted to watch as a kid. I always wanted a variety gaming channel that really offered what me and Dad, currently are trying to offer on a regular and consistent basis. And that's why people want to tune in consistently and see how we're doing. They want to check up on our conquests. And I think that's a cool way of putting it. Dad put a cool label to it, conquest, or just, a quest in general. Like, to have a consistent moving goal that you're working towards in the background, and even if, it's not all the time, or it is all the time, but even if, it never stops, but, you don't have to do it every day. You know what I mean? You can put a couple days a week you're working on your conquest, and then other days are comfort days. We literally have games that we're playing right now that are comfort games that are lower energy, easier to play, easier just to mess around and shoot the shit, talking about them. We're so happy to be in this position to provide this sort of experience for you guys. How much do you know about Elden Ring? Like, how far have you played? Till here? I think the reason, like, I know where to go because I've played, like, up until this point. Is this Godric? Is that this guy's name? This, literally, like, this is just about as far as I've played. So we're already caught up to, like, that's what I mean when I've said I have not taken this game seriously when I've played it. So I've beat Dark Souls 3, I've gotten to the end of Dark Souls 1, but I've literally only spent probably like 2-3 hours on this game. Margit. I think I've got to Godric. How much farther is that?
Must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Why do I have the shield out? I don't need the shield. Obviously just a kind of catching up, relearning this boss fight. Yeah, I was not expecting to get super far in that. I don't want to do it with the wolves. I could also get that sorcerer, Rogier? I don't know how to say it, but I could do both of those things if I really need to. I'll if I get to that point, I'll let you guys know, and I'll, kind of make that decision on the fly, because I typically play without summons, but I know summons are a lot more, there's just a lot more of them in this game. So it seems like it's almost integrated a little bit into the, like, kind of the expected play style, whereas I feel like it's almost like taboo to play with summons in Dark Souls. You have a lot more bosses after Godric? Yes! I'm glad. I'm glad, because that's as far as I got. I remember now. It was Godric, not Margit. So I'm excited. I love the strength dex playstyle. It's just fun. It's kind of my ideal playstyle for a game like this. But Elden Ring just kind of made this sort of experience more accessible. But also it's balanced in a way that magic isn't, like, too OP. To the point where it makes it devoid of satisfaction. Alright, that's no biggie, no issue. Yeah, I don't think you're right. I don't have enough. I haven't put enough levels into anything to be ready for this. I kind of want to see how far I can get. I am level 10. Looks better than my attempts. Oh man, don't put yourself down. Yeah, I really just don't have enough vigor for this fight yet. Yeah, alright. I don't know what I was thinking. I could probably brute force it. 25 minimum. I mean, I beat. Are you sure? I could have swore on my initial playthrough I beat him at like 15. I did not power level at all. I'll go do some grindage. Any recommended place to grind? What's the currency in this called? Runes. You could do the side quests first. Farm early at Gatefront Ruins. Okay, appreciate it. Oh, and I honestly I wasn't really seriously trying to fight this at level 10. I kind of just wanted to get since I was familiar with the area already, I kind of wanted to just get the, what are these called? Sites of Graces, all unlocked up here so I didn't have to run it again. What's up, gangsta?
Forgive me. To see whether or not grace truly does guide you.
Oh, I need to take this opportunity to thank our loyal members here at the Vid-Bits. Shout out to Skippy the Bard and Matthew at our completely unnecessary tier, as well as our most recent member of the Buy Us a Bit of Caffeine tier, Greg Schneider, who's actually a longtime friend of Dad's. So it's very awesome, Greg. Shout out to you that you've decided to help support me and Dad's passion. It really does mean a lot to us. I know you. I think I do remember hearing about the Margit skip. I'm not really going for a speed run though, so unfortunately, I don't really feel like skipping anything. Sometimes I'm in that mood though. There we go. Got a quick achievement because even when I have played this game, it wasn't on the Vid-Bits account, so. We get all new achievements. I think achievements kind of help maintain the momentum. They kind of like let you know what sort of things are milestones, you know. So that's cool.
Welcome to I teach.
Yeah, okay. I remember that guy. I actually got another golden seed that I need to offer. Flasks. Alright, so this door should open. Nope. Never mind. Hey, buddy.
No matter. Lay out your...
Alright, there we go. Leveled up my Uchigatana. Well, that's my guest star at the Vid-Bits. It's our beautiful husky chief who actually has been condensed down into some cute little emotes for you guys to use in chat. But in the meantime, I'm gonna quickly take him outside Thank you so much for your patience. I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for the patience. We are continuing our quest. I don't think I have anything else really that I need to do here. So, Sites of Grace. He said at Gatefront Ruins. Okay. Are the games with controller easier than with keyboard? Yes. 100 times yes. I in no way believe that this game is easier on PC. But then again, if you are a lifelong PC player, a lot of the time you're so used to that it doesn't, even if it is technically easier for most, you're so used to the positioning of your hands for keyboard and mouse that for you, though it's for most people it's not easier, it's still probably easier for you to do it that way. I know plenty of people that are in that kind of boat where they you know, it's probably easier for a lot of people to play on controller, and it's probably a more accessible method of control, but that's just because I feel like console is still the predominant platform where most people play games. This is the spot you were talking about, right? By the way, never let stream go to the Xbox home screen. People can see your email. Well, I mean, the email is just the email associated with the channel. I mean, I do understand. Did I not turn the Be Right Back screen on? That's what I could have swore I had turned that on. I mean, Am I losing it? Did I really forget to turn that on? Turn that on when I left? Yeah, I literally forgot to do that. That's wild. I appreciate it. I didn't even realize that. I literally had, look. I have a screen for that. I literally thought, I could have swore that I clicked that on my way out. But yeah, I mean, I do trust you guys enough not to spam my email with some stupid sort of advertisement shit. But ultimately, that's the corporate email. That's, you know, where you could message me at. Right? I do believe that that's, it's the Vid-Bits at Gmail, so yeah. I mean, that's, it's more accessible knowledge, so it's not my personal email. Yeah, the music did play. That probably seems a little out of place now, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I do typically do that. I have no idea why that, in my brain, why that didn't click. If any of you are content creators of any sort of means and you'd like, you have inquiries about some sort of collaboration, that is where you would reach us. Ultimately, like, it's a protected email, so I'm not super worried about it. But at the same time, like, you're right. Totally don't need that being out and about. Super accessible. I appreciate the concern. Take care, Super Gamer. Hope to see you in the next Elden Ring stream. Hope you have a good one. That guy caught me off guard. It's not like the souls are that far away. Wait, before I engage a shit ton of guys, I need to go grab my souls. Or whatever they're called. I keep calling them souls, but I know they're not souls. What are they called? Runes. Same diff. I need to not, you know, get them all aggro at once. Sorry, I also, like, got distracted for a second because I thought I heard Chief barking outside, but it was just, the neighbor's dog. gonna get the whole set. Get some gauntlets. I don't have enough, I don't have enough cerulean tears or whatever. Do the chests respawn? Because I know I got the one over here. Or, where is it? It's the one down in the lower portion of the area. No, they don't respawn, so I got them. I'm pretty sure I got the chest that's in the lower area. Missed the chest? Is there more than one? you're talking about this, I definitely did this. Oh. Shout out Red Wolf Scar for that. I didn't really think about that at all. It does look like a chest. Now that I look at it, I don't think I got. I'm telling you, I probably skipped that in my initial playthrough. Much appreciated, friend. Is there one over there? No, but I should be on the lookout for those kind of things in the future. Oh no, there is one. Last time I was wondering what these enemies were even protecting. Flail. Yeah, very nice of you. I appreciate it. Guidance is always appreciated, especially when you say you're level 200. I definitely take your word for it. Didn't I just get some, what's... Where is that shit? I want to use the golden rune or whatever. Isn't that the consumable? I hate menus like this. Huh. So I have 3 levels I can invest. Let's do 2 into vigor. Let's go... one more into strength. Sacred tears, do that. Here it is. That's the thing I wanted. If you need help with rooms, I can drop some, I think. I mean, I'm down for a small supply drop, as long as it's reasonable. Do I have another one? Oh, I'm very close. Yeah, I especially don't really feel bad because I have played some, like, this beginner bit, you know, a few times now, so, I'm always trying to catch back up to where I haven't been. Like, in Dark Souls 3, we, shout out to one of our members, Karzak. He gave me a small stack of souls that I kind of used when necessary, just to keep myself at level, but also to make it so I didn't have to do a shit ton of on or off camera grinding, because, you know, I still want it to not be I want it to be enjoyable and not be like super bogged down at the end of the day. So you know, like I said, if you wanted, I would take a small stack of runes, but nothing too much. So, to summon me, you need Fur Calling Finger. Remedy, you can craft some by using Erdtree flower. Alright. I used it. Reveals co-op and hostile summoning signs. So now I'm just waiting to see your summon sign, Red Wolf. I appreciate you for being so interactive on stream. Then you need to go to the bonfire. Okay. Let me quickly, I haven't bound the torrent whistle. What button was it? What button do I get off with? There we go. Left stick. this you? I'm not gonna assume. I'm gonna go kill some of these guys. Let me know if that's your summon sign. Nope. Okay. Press pause and go to multiplayer and put in code 324. Oh shit. Let me pop some of those and invest stats now. Is that an inventory? Alright. I have to get to 25, because the end of the goal for this stream is just to beat Margit, which I already know is a pretty reasonable goal. Alright, that'll definitely be enough. Much appreciated. Shout out to Red Wolf for the help. I always appreciate people helping me catch up through past areas I've already been to, because grinding in that starter area, in that you know, tutorial area, so to speak, is just so annoying, and nobody wants to be in that position where they feel like they're doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, much appreciated, Red Wolf, both for your contribution of not souls, but runes, as well as your contribution of knowledge. So that's always appreciated around here. So I want to try to invest semi-evenly. So let's put 2 into strength. I'll throw 1 into dex, and then all the rest into vigor. And then let's quickly go and use some more souls. It's probably gonna give me way too many. just a few. Okay, so now that I need a little bit more into endurance, just to have a bit of stamina. It's mainly for the equip load. I don't... What do you think, Red Wolf? If I'm trying to go for 25, right? Because I want to be... If that's the average level, I want to stay at the average level for the fight. What do you think I should, what should I level up a little bit? Probably just definitely round health up to 20, right? And then... but I feel like I put a good bit of runes into vigor. Part of me is thinking strength. Vigor is most important. Okay, I'll definitely... I think I'm good with 20. I'll put the rest into dex and strength. I honestly think that's manageable. Alright. Let me go spend the rest of these extra ones so they don't go to waste by dying. Oh, I forgot you fast travel in the menu now. So... let me quickly see where... Sorry, I'm not ignoring your message. He's showing a screenshot. Jesus Christ, my man, you have just... You're crushing it. Alright. Let's go travel to the merchant. So you can... Also, you can remove the multiplayer code now. I'm not gonna summon NPCs. I'm good. Evidently, I have to talk to her first before I can do anything.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna.
What's up, Witch
I'd
Renna?
heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no, to call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted.
She has
this
2
for
sets
thee,
of arms. I've
my
never
Torrent's
realized that.
fallen master.
Is she supposed to have 2 sets of arms?
'Tis a bell calling for summon them with it. The spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they now it is thine to do with as.
Alright, gangsta style.
Forgive
Much
my
appreciated, Witch
intrusion,
Renna.
Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the 2 fingers?
Okay. I'm gonna try to do a dex strength build, like leaning heavier into dex.
Weren't you? Well, you're back.
But definitely not neglecting strength. Is there any other unlockables?
Goodbye.
I'm gonna have to go to I'm gonna have to go here and spend some of them.
Oh, that counted very well.
That guy looks like he's out of Castlevania or something.
Well, I took youth no matter to lay out your own.
Ronnie is a quest line, but also in an ending. Jump on the balcony. Are you ready? Oh, are you ready? Except likely on the brink. I got cocky. I can do that. I can definitely beat that real quick. That's, yeah. That is good practice. I agree. I definitely agree. Okay. I just need to focus. Misinput. I didn't even mean to hold LT down. I feel a little embarrassed, not gonna lie, because that was really close. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna beat this guy's ass real quick and go fight Margit, and that'll be a good conclusion to this stream. I've had a lot of fun. Already super excited for Elden Ring. You know, I built it up a lot. Especially going through Dark Souls 3 right before this, I was just like, knowing that this was the end goal, I got myself pretty damn hyped. He's already dead. That's what I thought, Albridge. That's what I thought. Good stuff. That was fun. Alright, back to Margit. Absolutely. Good stuff. Just quickly rest to get my stuff refilled and then travel real quick. Why? This isn't Dark Souls, Braden. This is not Dark Souls. You can travel through your menu. Still kind of... I'm actually just getting used to the... trying to still get used to the quality of life changes, because they really are for your benefit. Enter the rooms down there. Oh, shit. One second. There are items down the balcony. Okay, I'm going back. This is my daily reminder to you to hydrate yourselves, guys. A lot of the time I'll have super, you know, lengthy gaming sessions and I kind of forget to drink water. Alright. Oh, the room's on the side. Didn't even see that. I appreciate you making sure that I got this stuff. It's really easy to miss something like this. Alright. So we got that, and then can I open this door? What about this door? Can I open that one? Okay, so I think I've got everything. Alright, time to make quick work of this dude. I'm not too worried about Marga. Just me refamiliarizing myself with the boss fight. I actually do an appropriate amount of damage to him now. Forgot about that. Sorry I'm being so quiet, I'm just kind of focusing. There's the hammer.
Warrior blood must run in thy veins.
Off the map. That's on me, guys. That's totally on me. That's kind of funny. Breaks the tension a little bit there. Remember when you log out the game, press pause, go to the gears and log out. If not, Elden Ring will remove your progress. Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. Alright. It's go time. I'm serious this time. As I proceed to get hit 2 times right off the start. That was my fault for going into the separate stance. was my fault. I got stuck on the environmental hazard. Like I said, there's a little bit of a learning curve. Close to the wall.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
All right, back to halfway. See, this is gonna be easy for me. I'm just trying to warm up a little bit. This is like the first actual boss in the game. The first boss in the tutorial does not count. Yeah, and I'm not doing any summons just because I don't feel as satisfied for the accomplishment doing that. It's that delayed movement. I also hear the dog barking, so there's a chance that I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe this run real quick. I'm gonna go grab Chief real quick. I will be right back. Thank you so much for your patience. And we got this shit. We're back. Thank you for your patience. Had to go grab the dog and bring him inside. And I had to also grab another water. Being hydrated is a key part of having a good game session. I accidentally jumped instead of dodge. as primarily a Souls player though, it is still like kind of weird to dodge with A. I'm dodging so early, and that's the problem. Nah, I'm showing red. I'm in that, I'm one of those players who kind of has to do a handful of runs just to see how the boss pattern works, and it's also been a while since I fought Margit. So in general, I'm just a little rusty as far as Elden Ring is concerned. I'm still kind of used to the end, like the end of game Dark Souls 3 patterns. Like, I don't know, a lot of the bosses behaved similarly towards the end of Dark Souls 3, whereas Elden Ring has a little bit of a different, I don't know, I feel like it has a different expectation of what the player is capable of, if that makes sense. I just need to stop going for the weapon art every time. When possible and appropriate, it makes sense to throw it into the mix to get some extra DPS, but if it's gonna leave me vulnerable or make me lose health for it, it's not gonna be good at the end of the day. Like that was all my fault. That was just bad placement. That was my fault. Healed too early. I'm still kind of getting used to the timing windows in this game because they are slightly different. It takes a little bit longer to drink your flask of Crimson Tears versus an Estus. And I don't know if that's just me personally, but I do think it's a noticeable difference in time. I think I phrased that wrong. I meant jump with A, not dodge with A. But in Dark Souls, you have to hold B and then press right stick or whatever to jump. I think I phrased that wrong. For this fight in particular, I don't really think that I need the whatever the blue flask is. The only thing I really feel like I need is the flask of Crimson Tears, and I just needed one more. I think that it'll also make it so I don't keep going for the weapon arts, because I feel like that I'm trying to get it as fast as possible instead of being patient. Which occasionally is a problem for me. damage phase.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
Alright, I need to heal. I feel like I already have this boss pretty much figured out. It just took a little bit of trial and error, seeing his pattern and stuff. It has been a while, and I'm kind of confusing his pattern with a lot of other bosses' patterns from Dark Souls 3, so I'm kind of trying to, through the process of this battle, just kind of unlearn some of the patterns I was getting used to in the Dark Souls 3 endgame. I still need to be on the same, you know, level of guard as that, but you guys get what I mean. I actually need to be more aggressive now. I feel like I'm almost underutilizing my openings. Shit, I dodged into it. Bad heal. I recovered though. Alright. I'm just gonna knuckle down. I might not interact with chat as quite as much. Shit, let me quickly mute this timer real quick. So sorry about that. Okay. This guy just kind of adds and subtracts shit as he goes along, and that's what you kind of have to watch out for. Is if you get too aggressive and too consistent with your attacks, he'll change it. I didn't mean to do that weapon art, and then I dedicated to that heavy attack at the right time, or at the wrong time, I mean. Input. He's gonna start throwing the knives. Oh. It's a slam. Shit. Forgot about that secondary sword. Watched his hand. Shit. We're on the cusp here, guys. Just need to pay full attention and execute. Welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. To run more. I keep forgetting to use the run shit. I got stuck on the damn environmental shit. It's always what it is it's me not seeing one small thing that's in my way. Like, seems to be a large majority of fights. Or it's just me getting stuck on like a fucking chair or a sword. Like, I don't know. It is mildly annoying. I still don't really like B as a sprint button in general. Having the same button be dodge and sprints kinda counterintuitive in my opinion. I mean, just it'll always be that way because I don't think that there's many other ways that you can map this control better. And ultimately, I'm not one who's gonna go and create my own odd control scheme for a game because I'm just not gonna do that.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished. These foolish ambitions to rest.
Welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. Just trying to wrap up today's session with a climactic finish. We powered our way through the tutorial bits in the beginning and did the first couple intro bosses, but in my opinion this is like the first real boss in the game. It's kind of what I wanted to end up. And he fucking knocked me off. Okay. hell was that? What did I get that damage for? What gave me that big chunk off? Like, did I get so many hits in a row? Yep. Gotta love that classic Dark Souls AI where literally the second you press the button to start healing, they're already counterattacking. I think I cut his tail. Is that how I got that chunk of damage?
These foolish ambitions to rest.
I need to stop accidentally getting myself pinned up against the wall. No, dude, I'm good. I don't need any help. I'll be able to get it. It'll be within the next couple runs, I know it. way too early. What's up, Sub-Zero? Probably shouldn't even use those. In all honesty, I should probably just use those to distract. I got that on the next run or the one right after. I almost beat him that time. as long as I stagger my summons, this'll... I don't think they make the boss harder at all. Not this guy. I think everyone has a different playing style. This is one of those bosses where I just need, you know, to distract him for a second. I don't typically use summons though. I can see how you think they make them more difficult personally though, because, you know, sometimes you do get a little distracted. Trying to get that critical lead hit and yes! Fuck yeah! I just hate this boss. I don't know. That's one of the only times where I'll compromise that no summon rule, because I hate that one. It's not super enjoyable in my opinion. I know there are many more enjoyable bosses to come for sure, but I don't know. He's not my favorite, and I can see why a lot of people when they joined in stream said, you know, Margit was annoying. GG for sure. And you know, this this whole stream has just been very very exciting for me, because I've been looking forward to giving Elden Ring a serious go for a while now. So for it to be the point where I'm getting, you know, close to where the farthest I've already been, and this has been like 1 3-hour stream. So if you guys are as excited for Elden Ring as I am, then just spam those positive comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because we've had a lot of good talks about Elden Ring so far. I know that, you know, there's bosses like Melania that I'm super excited to fight, and ultimately I can't wait to really sink my teeth into some more Elden Ring. It's really just, it's gonna be satisfying to get back to, you know, that point where I'm, you know, seeing all of this for the first time, because like I said, I have played a lot of this beginning stuff, but you know, as we get into it, it'll be more and more unfamiliar territory. So thank you so much to Red Wolf Scar for helping me with some of the tips, and you know, just letting me know where the best place to farm runes was, as well as just, you know, being here for a good period of time towards the end of the stream, because it's been, you know, it's been a rough one. The past couple days have not been the greatest. Been a little exhausted both mentally and physically, so I'm just glad to be playing a new game, spending some more time with my favorite people, my community, and ultimately I've just been super blessed to be in the position I am, as far as, you know, the channel growth and everything is concerned. So me and Dad are always very grateful. Speaking of Dad, he's going to be doing some more Pac-Man Megatunnel Battle Chomp Champs, that Battle Royale Pac-Man game he's been sinking a lot of time into. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out his stream. there's going to be more Elden Ring streams in the future, or if you're interested in watching me play Dark Souls 3, we have a complete playlist here on the channel. I did everything besides Smoldering Lake, which is not super important or eventful in any means. But yeah, I look forward to spending some more time with you guys. Thank you as always for making me a part of your daily schedule. Thank you so much for the support, and as always, it's been Bray from the Vid-Bits. Peace.